Anyhow, party people, this is the fourth time I filmed this video because every time I've gotten interrupted by my lovely children busting through the door for various reasons. But as fate has it, there was a reason for it, and I'm pretty stoked. I even posted in the Discord that I found something juicy. Then I found something juicier after speaking with a guy who has been trading this market for almost 32 years green. Okay, why and how? Because I reached out to him, and he shared something new with me that I hadn't heard of, because it's in a completely different department of what it is we do on the train, where we're trading like maniacs. Anyways, I'll finish the video with it, and as a carrot for you to watch till the end. And this is gonna be part one, and I love making these videos, guys. I love them because I feel that it really helps everyone get prepared, and I'm able to bring in things that you don't watch when you're watching the 5 minute and seeing if you're gonna jump in or not. So anyways, here we go. This is gonna be a long one, and then I'll do another one on Sunday, and I'll explain why. So let's start with SPX. Okay, check it out. That down here looks like this might want to go, just like it wanted to go here. The setup here almost looks identical, and if we look, we had this type of action here before a fake breakdown, and off to the races we went. And boy oh boy did we bank on that, because we had an absolutely killer week. Just to explain how awesome we were this week, is we've been doing this shit for again 30 days, and once it went, we capitalized on it after all those diamond talk bears and all this. And I truly believe that half of that gang are paid by the market makers, because why wouldn't they be? Because they get all these people into these long puts and this and that, and then they just steal their money, because that's what the stock market is after all. It's just an exchange. The fact that we caught that move gives me a lot of confidence in what I'm going to share with you next. So keep that in mind. Keep this setup in mind, and keep this in mind, okay? That little dip on there. I mean, just from looking at the squeeze here, that looks ripe. It looks ready. Now forget about the volume candles here. Let me just dissect this for you. See this. Buy, sell lower, buy, sell, buy, has a pattern of going higher. Now this ties into everything. Got the sell signal here. We caught the gap up, and I'll get to it. Then we had the buy. We tried that sell, but we finished with a buy signal with the 21 curling down. Yes, and then after hours, whatever. It might be, there's a big chance that this is a bear trap, and I'll explain why. So the setup here, if I was looking at this chart right now, just looking at this pattern, I would long this. So currently I have calls up here, but if you watched the video yesterday, you were not surprised, and this might be a Head and Shoulders, okay, for a double top. If you watched the video, you knew to sell a gap up, which we did. You know that our super critical levels, because you've put in the alerts here, the cannot close under level and these bounce levels have not yet hit. Okay, now I'm gonna take this a little further. I'm gonna go in from the 15-minute. All right, and you're gonna love this because you love this shit. Okay. All right. See these lines, these blue and red lines. So these are from Zayerman. Again, this is a buy sell side liquidity real time expo. So yesterday, Thursday, when we had our double top, these told us, besides all the sell signals all across the screen and the 9 going down over the 21 and running out of juice here and the MACD crossing down, it told us that this is a resistance. Okay? Great. Hold on to your resistance. Remember, we sold. We're high-fiving on the train. We're ordering off the menu in the restaurant cart. It was good. We're singing karaoke. It was wild. And then obviously we managed again in true degenerate form to catch the bottom, and we absolutely banked. Okay? And it closed here. Now, I'll get to this part. I'll get to the triple top here. However, if you look at the level here, you will see here it's saying it's resistant. Here, remember today when I was bitching about the price action being dog shit, which it was because it was OPEX, which I warned you about. So next time I say it's OPEX, one of our beloved members, Louis, knows exactly what I'm talking about. That OPEX is dog shit. And you either, do this on OPEX or you get a huge move. It's very volatile, or it can just chop you to bits. So anyways, this level here was resistance, showed itself. The AI told me that it's support. That's why, I got my 50-60% on QQQ off that. And the most interesting thing here in this absolute shit show of Power Hour here is that the support came up, right? And we got all the I run with 4 different buy and sell programs, so when they all light up, fantastic. You know what I mean? So we had that. Yes, we got that red volume candle at the end, which usually signifies a trend change. However, this is all news related, and I'll tell you why. So let me pull up here. This is Wednesday when the rally started. Okay, this is EOD _ short volume. Okay, this is when they're getting screwed. It's kind of indecisive. It hasn't bopped down yet, but that's not what I wanted to tell you. I wanted to go through my day and kind of give you a hint of what it was I was doing. So I swung Google, as you know, because I posted it in the chat. It closed around 123.50. This is after hours pre-market. I called this huge big mic. Okay, this is a exit liquidity move. When you're in a position and this happens, it's up and it's fast and it's multiple dollars. You are a schmuck if you do not sell, because you have literally 10 seconds to fill, and you might not fill, and then you got to reload the order, so forth. So I started selling at 200%, 300%, and then last batch was 800%, and I was out. Okay, yeah. Do I wish that I would have just waited and sold 800? Yeah, sure, but trading's messy. That's not the point. The point is that we were in the play, and we were there, and we got some money. Cause shit always goes wrong. Your Wi-Fi can't go out. Your kid runs in the room. You might be driving like Doug. Don't drive and trade. Trust the pro here. Don't do it. Anyways, I'm not calling myself a pro. It's Keith Richards' quote. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. Same with Tesla. A lot of us guys were in it from, it had closed, done that, 177 to 181. It was 100 something percent great, and then we were seeing if it would go, and we tried it a few times here off this support. Didn't go, double topped, fizzled, did an OPEX on us. Okay, great. I have to say, this is my favorite play of the day. When the markets had sold off during Powell here, which I'll get to. I saw that I got these buy signals. I saw it formed this support here, and I saw the MACD going up. I posted in the chat that Meta is next. They're gonna play Meta, and then we got that big Mike candle, and we got a few 100% on that or whatever. And at this point, I figured, okay, the market is gonna run. This is gonna make a, it's gonna bounce around here, but it never did. Stopped out, and then I wanted to play it because look, this is the closing candle. Okay, there's something, or here, there's something going on with Meta. It's up after hours, and this is the play of the year here, guys. And I know it is. Why? Mark Zuckerberg made $44 billion this year. Okay, how did he make for? Was it the stock? Sure. Something else is going on. There's Meta News. I wanted to grab 250 calls, but they were like 250 each, and I'm not gonna pay that premium, especially because of the setup on Monday. And I'm getting to it. But since we're on Meta, I'm just saying, look, and excuse all the children in the background. My kids have friends over, and it's, they're high on life as they should be. It's like it rejected the gap. It's right by the gap. There is nothing here. This is the Trans-Siberian Railroad right here, guys. We're gonna catch this move. This move is coming. This is going to be the most legendary play we ever do, besides the bank bailouts when we play KRE to the upside. Okay, but those are coming. So anyways, back to dissecting SPY and QQQ. Now, I kept saying, do not go heavy on your shorts unless you get a sell signal on the 1 hour. We got that. However, okay, after hours, I'm not so sure about. Okay, I like during market hours, and we did get a buy signal on the 1 hour. And let's just see what's happened on QQQ every time we get a buy signal during market hours or at open like here. We absolutely fly. So let's not move that line because it's there for a reason. We have this pattern here. Ever since the inverted head and shoulders, we have a sell signal, buy signal. Higher sell, higher buy. Higher sell, higher buy. Higher sell, higher buy. Am I moving shit again? Yes, I am. Excuse me. Higher sell, higher buy. I will play this setup until it doesn't work. Now, what happened today? Powell here, we sold the gap up, made some good money. We had some puts, mostly hedges here, because I was like, not buying it. Because anything Powell said wasn't new, it wasn't bad. He was just keeping it real as he can. Going from it's transitory to that's like someone kicking your toilet off the wall, cracking the bowl, ripping off the sink, and saying that the water leak is transitory or temporary. You know what I mean? so it wasn't anything new. The whole Powell move, and then he had a panel later on in the day, and there was no news on it, which I find very weird because I had said Powell twice today, which was indeed the case, but they didn't release any news comments from that panel. Next Wednesday, we get the minutes. And if you remember, FOMC was not the most awesome FOMC. I think we sold a little bit, but nothing too crazy. And they had said it was tight between a hike and a pause. So if those minutes are very pause heavy, and just listening to the Fed speakers, not listening to them, reading the news flow on them, they were all, pretty bullish. And I'll get to that because they do this shit where they say two things. And Bullard came out and say, I favor hikes are not designed to fight inflation. Hikes are designed to kill you, okay? Because they don't like you. They want full control. That's why this video is so long and it's going to be two-parted, because this ties in with our boy Kevin and Joe, okay? We all know that the central banks run the show. If that debt ceiling isn't lifted, that means the central banks are in big trouble. Can't have that happen. That's why we getting political theater here during the weekend. Now, Kevin has, after this reaction of him walking out, they have said that they're going to resume talks tonight. Let me check here in our awesome news flow if we have anything new on it. We probably don't, because Biden has a press conference on Sunday, which is why I took calls up here. Because here's the play. We either open here and gap up and reject, but gap up, or we open down here and then I took SPY puts because SPY is weaker down all the way down here at yesterday's low, right? And some of you did that with me too. Okay, let's not lose the train of thought. So I'm still bullish on this. Can we have a pullback? Yes, I said that in my yesterday video. I said that we should play light. I was only doing base hits today. By base hits, I mean trying calls off of levels that I know with good probability will bounce, and successfully so, and it was great. I had a green day, not like Thursday and Wednesday, because that was pedal to the metal all down the train tracks. The steam engine was screaming. But still, this, I like this. Now, ES obviously sold off after hours. And I get that because it was kind of news-driven fear. And I've mentioned before, news-driven fear gets bought up usually. Random dumps don't. Okay? But we're bear flagging here. We got this buy signal. I'll be watching Sunday when we open. We have to hold preferably 190. I'm gonna put that alert so I can hear it, or 4190. But this is my latest level here. I do not want to go below that. Why do I not want to go below that? Because that is the area. This area is where we then broke out from. Okay, so you can mark that. But I'll be posting about it in the chat. This just looks like, profit taking on a Friday on OPEX. The fact of the matter is the JPM collar always hits, and this stock market has nothing to do with reality, as you know. So if you're still with me, let's check out the VIX. And thank you, Doug, for always hooking us up with the VIX commentary. It is awesome. Could be an inverted head and shoulders. Okay, absolutely. However, it's rounding off, but that's the 1 hour. And the VIX likes to gap wherever it wants to gap. This does not look like a very bullish setup. This, however, does. It can open here and then close the gap and the market pumps. It acts a little irrationally. But the fact of the matter is we're still down here. We don't have a double bottom yet. We came close. This would be my favorite type of setup, getting all the way down to here, but that might happen when the final pump happens. But the chart doesn't look very super bullish, even though it's at support. Okay, what else? Dollar. There's a reason we watch the VIX on the 5-minute when we do it. When we trade, it's because this is irrational. But the big guy here is 10-year yield, which is doing this. This is a big daily time frame. I would think it goes here. All these yellow, green lines, obviously, this being Bank of Japan. Please talk about QE so we can get futures up, and that's how it works. It is flagging on a big frame. But then again, they're gonna have to smash it down very soon, unless we're heading for a crash, which I don't think is yet, and I will get to why. I'll be watching US 500. Still, even compared to all day yesterday, not all day yesterday, but we still got a pretty decent buy signal. Let's put it on the 1 hour, see what we got here. We got the kind of a double top, but it's not really. But we did hit our target. I think I said my target was like 4208 or whatever, which we went over that. So that's why we got that nice gap up to start the day. I would be surprised if the 50 doesn't hold for a bounce at least Monday. So that's the play is for Monday. And for Monday, and write this down, I'll post this too. Monday, I got early low. Unless we gap up huge, I have early low, Tuesday, early low, Wednesday, early high, Thursday, early high, Friday, early high, which would coincide with me calling for a pullback next week after this gigantic rally. But I would think, since it's being the shit show, we gotta fuck the bears, and then I think we melt up. Unless I see something different, that's still the broad play here. Now, what else? Oh yeah, before I get to all the juicy stuff, I wanted to show you guys this. All right, and I look at this has not failed us yet, big picture, in my opinion. It really hasn't. So if you watch the flow, hold on. If you watch the flow here, this is the 50-minute. I mean, that's the rally. They started buying it again, and same on SPY. It's flagging still. They haven't sold it off on the 50-minute. They took profit. That's Powell, and Kev, but they bought the dip. And if you go in and you look at the dark pool on the 50-minute, this is when it reverses on the 15-minute. That is significant. Okay? When it reverses on the 15 minutes, it's significant. Now, let me zoom in here on the 1 minute, and you'll see this is the rally. Okay? That's some serious buy-in. Okay, just saying. And on SPY, it was up there all day. SPY wasn't as awesome, but look at this dark pool buying in the close. Okay? Let me log in. But there's Tesla and Apple, kind of same. They're not too heavy in Apple. However, you know that I like to watch the market flow. Here it comes from one of my screens. That is loading all day while price is going sideways, and puts too. But this is rounding up here. That's the algo flow. This is deep red. We should have sold off more, honestly. So with the price and the call flow going up there, could have a nice setup right there. Okay, let me get to the good stuff. Where did I have it? Here. All right, SPX. Let me take this off. So I spoke with this old cat, and he said he mentioned the 89 moving average on the weekly, and I said, what's that? So here's a naked chart, and this is pretty. There's one time in history it has not worked, and that is here. Okay, check this out. So this is a weekly chart, and every single time in history, we've gotten above it. We've got every time in history we've gotten a weekly close above it. The market has continued to go. And when we close below it, that's your bear market. But besides that, every time it closes above, it'll be, obviously this is still when the market was, the market, not the complete shit show it is. But it is a pretty strong indicator, right? So the only time it hasn't worked, even the whole COVID thing and bounce there and there and there, and here's COVID, right? Was in August. The only time in history. And our weekly candle closed, yes, it's curling down, but we closed above this. That is the we can do another week on here. Okay? Or we can do what happened here and go higher and reject. We can, ooh, there's the thunder. Holy moly. We can hit, where's the box I had? It's on a different chart. We can definitely hit our ultimate target, which is the box. Okay? The JPM collar is above the box. It's right here, actually. But I've put the box there to be like, don't fuck around. Okay? So, some of these don't look the best, but it is possible on this news. And that is the whole market recap, market analysis for now. On Sunday, after Biden has had his press conference, ES is either going to be up here or it's going to be down here. Okay, but I'm still 95 or 90% cash, whatever. It wouldn't be the shit show without a few roadblocks. One being Bullard pre-market. Does this guy have puts or calls? He didn't sound very bullish last week, but the market didn't mind. He can pump the market or dump it. Then we got Barkin, we got Bostic. Okay, nothing else really going on Monday. Nothing going on next week. Don't swing between Tuesday and Wednesday. Plus Wednesday we got early high. Reason being, these Great Britain inflation numbers are gonna be absolute crap. But Wednesday we got FOMC minutes, so that's the big one. Then jobs, blah blah blah. Who cares? Data that can move us $1 or two. They're rolling Collins out, dusting her off, and then Japanese data. But the big one, obviously, being PCE, and we got early high on Friday. I think that this rally has more leg. I do think it needs to consolidate. Another thing is we closed above May high, which is huge. This rally has gone on since 374. We've had major volatility. We just broke out of a 30-day range. We're still outside of the 30-day range. And even though, the MACD is looking like I'm exhausted, I also wanted to show you one thing. I never trade on Webull, but I've had this chart open for 5 years, whatever. And we closed about this trend line. Yesterday, someone mentioned the RSI, being on crack, which it was. It reached 92 on the 1 hour, but it cooled down to 49. All right. And on the daily, we did hit our magic 72. Okay. And I'm not expecting this rally to just magically continue. It needs that debt ceiling news. If we don't get it, pullback all next week, moon party into June. Okay. But at the same time, we can reach levels of 84, and we have before, and we have even, gone to 79. We've gone to 82. like we can. Also, this is showing some green. We can still rally. There's not a lot of resistance up here. There really isn't. Uh, they can do what they want to do. You saw them rally for 2 days, and today they chopped us up. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Have no bias. Be prepared to sell any gap up, because we're not going straight to here. And if we do, holy shit, slam on those shorts, because we're gonna retrace. Okay, I would think that we can even get as low as you know 1-4 or 4140 next week. I The rally's over. Here, put this on under here, under 4124, which is that volume shelf that needed to break for the rally. Under that, rally canceled over. But we've come this far after all this consolidation. There's a floor here, a big floor. I would be really surprised if this doesn't go higher, whether it's next week or the week after that. All we need to do is make sure we're not in at the wrong time, and always trade with a stop loss, trade light. Why it's better to get a bunch of successful moves in than to put everything in one basket and then you stop out and then you can't trade the move that comes in an hour, or you're just on the sidelines, because this market is very news driven. It is a complete shit show, and things already changed with the negotiations, so that half of that sell off was for nothing pretty much today, all political theater. Anyways, sorry for the long ass video, but this is the game plan. Watch this, and I'll update you guys with something if there's something to update with in video format on Sunday. Otherwise, I'll just post it in the chat and you know what's up. All right. Love yourself, love your family. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being on the train. Thank you for being a part of our awesome week. And thank you to all members that contribute. It's super awesome. I don't know if you guys know what an awesome little Discord train we have, but it's pretty kick-ass when you take into account that we caught that move, and we caught it when it started, and weren't a part of the diamond top people. All right, that's it.